As a young girl, Dalila was a baker's apprentice in Dunwall Tower. Years later, a painter in Sokolov Circle. Barrister Arnold Timsh paid her to paint portraits. Him, I knew. A nobleman, born rich. And now he was making a second fortune, seizing the assets of plague victims for the Lord Regent. But Barrister Timsh was also fighting a private war with his own niece. Something to do with the family fortune. Lurk was probably right. We needed to speak with the niece first. Her feud with the old barrister was something we could use. I got a message to the barrister's niece, and she claimed to know things about Dalila that no one else did. But the knowledge would have a price. I wasn't surprised. I went to meet her.
That was gentle. He'll snore for an hour. Talia should be waiting in Trevor's Close. It's an alley just past the Wall of Light. You'll know it by 3 whitewashed skulls.
Bundry Rothwild, founder of the Rothwild Slaughterhouse. Been reported missing. Remain vigilant and report any suspicious person or activity in the city watch.
The wrong person. If I were you, I would strongly consider leaving while you still can. I told you he was coming.
Get him, boys!
Come on, let's get
Look at you. The Master Assassin. So you want to know about Dalila? Well, My uncle is bewitched by her, so he won't tell you anything. I require only 2 things. Get rid of my uncle, and bring me his last will and testament. In exchange, I'll tell you what you want to know about Dalila Copperspoon. And I'll pay you cold hard coin for your trouble. Come back to me when it's done. Let's meet at the docks when you return. She had everything she could ever want. What did she...
Hey, a dead body.
Still missing. Any person with information that leads to her discovery will be granted a substantial reward.
Wonder what got this guy. Where are you? What? Must have been.
Is that?
Bastard! I'm gonna feed you to the rats! Get around!
We don't need any more burglaries. Better keep his eye on the key then. The other hatters are likely to come after it. Think I can't hear you?
Someone's down. I know you're here. Here you are. I need more men.
Flank it! Flank it! Take that!
Somewhere. Somewhere. Stop. You keep going.
say, congratulations on getting your own squad.
Scout up ahead. Try to find out where Timsh is.
There's an equipment stash on the rooftops nearby. We've been anticipating doing a hit on Timsh for some time.
I know. Half the city wants him dead. We'll earn some gold on this one. I'll meet you up ahead.
It's Daud, isn't it? You wouldn't be in this district unless you were after Timsh's head.
What do you want?
Revenge. To do to Timsh what he did to me. I want him homeless, a victim of one of his own eviction documents. I've prepared one, complete with the forged signature of the Lord Regent. Please, go to my old apartment. It's right next to Timsh's estate. Here's the address, but I doubt you can get inside from the streets. There you'll find my journal, which contains the entire plot and everything you'll need. But you're a businessman like I once was. I don't expect you to do this for free. If you do go to my apartment, you'll find something stashed there. Consider it your payment in advance. Good work, Simmons. Now that that's handled, we can move on. You got the orders from Tim, right? What's the next address?
Crow's Court off Bramley Street. There's a problem, sir. Their kids used to sneak us food at the back door. I know it's the job, sir, but it's awfully hard seeing them turned out like this. They don't even have the plague. I've been there last week.
Excellent. Simmons, you'll show me this back stoop and we'll go in that way. Start tallying the place up. You've given us the tactical advantage. We'll get Timsh's money.
But, sir...
I'll put it another way. You think I care which door we kick in tomorrow? The next day? Behind each is another useless pack of aristocratic sots and their precious offspring. And I don't care if they all end up mudlarks.
Sir, they've been good to me.
Simmons, before I worked for Barrister Timsh, I was dredging out the real dens. You ever done that? Ever broken down a door and bathed in that stench? Or housewives with blood on their faces, swinging at you with a piece of broken furniture. Other times it's just rats inside, hundreds of them, stripping some drunk to the bone. Maybe you'd like to be transferred to my old squad.
No, sir. Certainly not.
I used to call myself brave, Simmons. Till I saw a man lose a fight with a pile of rats. So when Barrister Timsh says all I gotta do is rough up a rich bastard, cuff him a few times till he stops talking about his rights, I jump at the chance. I cry with happiness. You understand me?
Yes, sir. We'll approach from the back stoop. They won't be alarmed when they see me.
Right. Good man. It's them or us. No room for heroes in the time of plague. Just do your job and I'll make sure you keep this posting.
His lordship, the barrister, is up in his bedroom. Top floor. Don't make me describe what's happening. always wondered, what does he smell like? Rotting flesh? Wild flowers? Does he ask you questions? I wonder when he'll speak to me.
Here's one last lesson, for old time's sake. The barrister was a champion at finding his enemy's weak points, but he didn't see Dalila as a threat until it was too late. No one's watching Dalila now except you. And me, of course. I see everything. I see forever. And right now, I see a man walking a tightrope over a sea of blood and filth. The Empress is dead, and the water's rising. You've got Rothwild packed into a crate, bound for the frozen north, Dad. Surprisingly clean work for a man with so much blood on his hands. Did the Empress change you? Or do you think this will help you dodge what's coming? You'd better hurry. You're running out of rope.
You were in a daze. I hope it was enlightening. I hope he dies a lingering death.
Barrister Timsha's gone to. Another fight with that shrew of a niece. He's gone to the top floor to cool off, where it's quiet. Things are bad. Could the city get any worse? Indeed, I believe so.
Why bother with something like this? Taste it.
Who are you?
I understand your curiosity. I'm strange. I was a baker's apprentice in Dunwall Tower. A friend to Jessie when we were girls. Then afterward, I made my name as a painter. Now, I'm obviously something much greater. That satisfies you. Because you won't get more. I ought to just kill you. But I'm going to give you a warning for the sake of my sisters, who were very impressed with you once upon a time. Stay away from me. There are great changes coming, and I'll expect you not to interfere. I have influence in places you won't expect. But as for Arnold Timsh, do what you want. I won't hold a grudge. I'm done with him. Is that who you were looking for? Well, she's a bit of a bitch, and the artwork's hopeless. I know you have your reasons.
himself the beneficiary in the will. He's giving the inheritance to Delilah.
You'll get your own squad after what happened?
Yes, of course.
What is that horrible stench? I could barely breathe. Oh, General Turnbull. Yes, I was expecting you. Please come.
Timsh, it smells like a weeper den. I thought we were secure.
And we are. The neighborhood is swept 3 times a week.
Barrister Timsh!
Any citizens belonging to or offering aid to the Hatter criminal organization will be restrained or killed.
By the way, I don't think I ever got your first name.
What is this? Is this a joke?
I am not sure what you find funny about it.
Barrister Timsh, this is a letter from the Lord Regent dated a month ago, stating that your building is to be seized by the state immediately due to massive infection outbreak, and that your personal assets are forfeit if you do not comply immediately. A month ago? Are you showing me this to try to convince me that you're above the law?
What? Let me see that. This isn't possible.
Barrister, I am afraid I am going to have to take you into custody. And if I or any of my men contract the plague because of this visit, I'll see that your head rolls.
No. This isn't the right document. This...
Get him out of here before he starts bleeding from the eyes. And secure this court. It's under quarantine.
Yes, sir.
saw Talia. She's waiting where she said she'd be.
The heir to the throne, Emily Caldwin, is still missing. Any person with information that leads to her discovery will be granted substantial reward.
The barrister's enemies caught up to him. He's in custody as a plague victim. Here's the will as agreed.
That'll do nicely. Perhaps better. But you were promised information. Well, my uncle came under Dalilah's spell. He was obsessed with her. Everyone knew she'd been a servant at the tower before she studied under Sokolov. She was a painter, an artist. Beneath my family's class, for certain. My uncle became infatuated. But he looked older and made us keep candles lit all night. He was afraid of the dark. One night we all went to Waverly Boyle's for a seance. It was an amusement. We didn't know what we were doing. I thought only the dead appeared at seances. But suddenly Dalila was in the room with us. My uncle nearly died of terror. She was there, but not there. We saw her as if she was very far away, standing in the old Brigmore Manor, painting at an easel, painting a name. It was your name, Daud. That's all I know. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Tymsh is ruined. He'll rot in Coldridge Prison if they don't send him to the flooded district. It's poetic, I suppose. Maybe I was wrong about you, Daud. Are you ready to go?
Let's go home.